Good morning and welcome to Morning Coach Today. I am so glad you're with us. Hey, it's JB and I'm excited you're here today. It is October 25th, 2021. It is a Monday, episode number 4,399. About ready to flip over to 4,400 tomorrow. Can't wait for that. But today we got a good one for you. We're going to talk about metaphysical alignment. Something that, I discussed in my book, The Sacred Six, and something I feel real heavily strong about. And since we're in our final week of check, this is a good time to really get ourselves ready to make that last push in this final quarter, right? We've got a couple months here to just really kind of crank it out and also start getting ready for 2022. But this week, what we got going on is today we're going to talk about alignment. Tomorrow, we're going to finish the book, 3 Magic Words by U.S. Anderson. By the way, our event is occurring, so Inner Circle Group will be down here Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday. We've got our first Get It Done Now live event. Finally getting back to normal a little bit. Great to see everybody. We're going to be doing that this week too. So I'm super busy. This is a super busy week for me, and that means that next week we'll be sending some stuff out on the new plans and things that we're doing. So a lot going on this week, but we're going to finish the book study. I will have a new book for you next week. Don't know what that's going to be yet. I have a couple in mind, but I will pick one next week for us, okay? And we'll introduce it next Tuesday. But we're going to finish 3 Magic Words this week. Tomorrow, that's the 3 Magic Words. Then Wednesday, we're going to get on the mission, what it is and why it's important. I'm going to talk a little bit more in detail on that. I know you've read the book. I know you know this. You've done the course, Get It Done Now, but it's one of those things that we can go over every once in a while, and maybe you'll get a couple little pieces out of this that will help you, and specifically when we start really working on next year's. Thursday, of course, answering your questions that come. You can always send questions in to info@morningcoach.com. I'd love to have those. Friday, we've got goals and projects and the true Sacred Six concepts. We're going to hit that pretty hard on Friday. Saturday, we've got values in the decision-making model. This is something I've been working really hard on, is coming up with a journal and a printable way within our system for you to use a decision-making model, and values are a part of that. More on that coming. And then we've got finally Halloween, my favorite holiday. It is Sunday. What a great way to end October. What a great way to let everybody head out of here from the events. I am super, super pumped about everything that's going on. So we've got a lot going on. Like I said, it is the final week of the check. And by the way, the 29th is our final Financial Friday. Make sure you're really getting your ILD spreadsheets organized. There's a lot going on in my life as far as branding and structure and organization and investment. And I mean, there's so much that I have to share with you as things are really aligning. It's pretty crazy. And that's what we're talking about today, metaphysical alignment, understanding where you're at, what's going on, what are you trying to do, and really making that work. And obviously the first step of that is establishing that mission of what we want to do. And then that goes so far as, your brand strategy, things that you're working on, and really getting yourself organized as far as what contribution you're going to make and what value you're going to create in the marketplace. And I was talking to Dawn earlier this weekend, and she was talking a little bit about doing a bunch of different things, and we all do that. We all lose focus. We are all doing many things, right? And one of the real concepts, or one of the reasons I put Get It Done Now together, belt system included, was to really give us a pathway to structure an organization, something that we have been missing, to really be able to understand what we are doing and be able to stop that kind of chasing the shiny object syndrome. And not only that, I mean, I think that's part of it. We all have that, especially as society gets more and more ADD, but really being able to understand what you're doing and what you're not doing, and what resources do you need to get things done. And that's really what it's about. And that mission is sometimes just about getting organized. And I always say getting organized, and that term is a really weird term. Let me explain that. It's not so much about organization as clarity. And I think that's the key thing. Like, what do you really want to do? And I think part of the reason we chase so many things is we're trying to figure that out. And the truth is, I'm coming into my 16th year in this business, 53rd year in life, and I'm still working on it. You know, I've got great coaches. I've got great people around me. I have an amazing community with unbelievable people. We're going to hear more about Nicole and her brand, which she's doing some amazing things for me in helping us kind of get organized to help us get this core strategy. She's in Australia, and she has a company called Brand Your Way, and I can't wait to share some of the things she's doing. But again, it's a matter of all of us continually using the tools and the processes to figure out what it is that you really want. As you know, Karen and Roxanne have been a big part of what we're doing. They're just amazing people. And Roxanne, keeps asking me when we have a meeting, what do you want? Like, what do you really want? And it's challenging because a lot of times what I want is to make other people happy. It's something I absolutely love and successful, but yet I've got to take care of myself. And I think we have a lot of people here in Morning Coach that are really that self-serving. We put all our effort into other people instead of ourselves. And so one of the things we have to do as we really work on this mission is to understand, what do we want? Because that's the key thing to alignment. And for me, understanding the purpose and structure of going through some branding exercises and really, really thinking about what I truly want has been just an amazing journey that I'm really just beginning, which is pretty crazy. And understanding the idea of what we're trying to do, which falls into my life, which is connecting life for impact. And what we're working on is really this idea to change the way we live life and experience work so that we can activate our purpose, elevate our performance, and realize our potential to make an impact with our life's work. And so doing this is helping me really establish my mission even stronger and really get that purpose in place. And, that's what I'm really working on. And I think what I want to share with you is that there are many times that people really want to do this in one day and really figure it out. And life is not like that. Like, it's a constant learning. It's constant and never-ending improvement. That's what it's about. I think about myself, it's this evolution of person. The reason that I have more success in my life is not because of what I figured out. It's who I'm becoming as I figure it out, right? And that's really what it's about. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Who do you want to be? And once you have that mission in place, then you can start to understand the values that we talk about so much. And we're going to talk about it Saturday as a decision-making part of it. But it's really about, these are the things that are really important to me. And once you understand that, you have okay, this is the direction we're going. Okay, we're gonna really brand this thing. I'm gonna be this person, and I understand where everything fits. Then all of a sudden, you start really developing yourself to where you need to go and understanding the values that are important to you. And so that's what's so critical. And then as you start to evolve and expand your consciousness, in my case, the business also, right? And I expand myself and expand out there to help others, the language, the vocabulary, the things that I say every day, the things that I do every day start to become more consistent, and we start to attract the people that need what we're offering. So it's really cool to understand your personal mission. Like, what do you really want to become? I mean, as we look at this year, you've had a year to kind of work through things. Now, we've got a lot of new people, so it's a little different. But what is it that you really want to work on? What do you want to become? And that's what we're working on together here to figure out, is that's the mission that I want you to put together. It's like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And part of me is really understanding the values of what's important. Now that I know that, I can start putting my goals and projects together. So if I look at last year, it was really about clarity. I say organization a lot, and I don't want to misuse that term, because I think when I say organization, you think about paperwork and spreadsheets and, the get it done now planner, which we have. No, what I want to talk about really is clarity. Okay. So I look at the clarity of what's happened, and I look at the goals and the things that I wanted to do, which was what? Grow YouTube. And it's grown. Is it grown to where I want it to be? No. And guess what? I fell off a bunch of times with it this year. A bunch of times. It's not gone consistently at all. I have not been as good as I can be with that. And I understand that. I'm willing to forgive myself because I didn't do exactly what I wanted to do within the framework of the plan. But guess what? I got better. It's getting there. It didn't impact the way I thought it was. My focus this next year is to get 100,000 subscribers. Well, I went from 6,000 to 17,000 last year. That's pretty good. And you know what? It didn't work exactly the way I wanted to do it. I fell off a bunch. There were months where I didn't do anything with it. But I kept fighting and just getting through it. And I'm there. It's working. Not working the way I want it to be, but it's almost there, right? And same thing with golf. So golf, I wanted to get to single digits. I'm at single digits now, and I'm actually burning out a little bit. I'm so glad to take a week off of golf because I've worked so hard on it. So again, sometimes we push so hard to get somewhere, and then it's like, I want to get somewhere else. I have my buddies that are like, now you got to get to a 1. I just want to get to single digits, right? So understanding that you're going to ride the roller coaster through this process is so critical. My book writing has been horrendous. The one thing that I really wanted to get done this year was get my books done. I've got my dog book, which is a very spiritual book. I've got Get It Done. Get Out of Neutral, the rewrite. And I just haven't been able to get that structured in with everything that's going on. Personally, no alcohol has been going good. I think I drank 3 times this year. Something that I was really focused on was really, getting my health better. And then finally, the new business aspect of where I'm going is with pro athletes. And that really kind of overcame the book writing. And it's really made me focus on, getting myself organized to be able to help these people who are just elite at what they do. And so everything has been working and progressing the way it's supposed to. And the clarity is coming. And the issue is I have to deal with the baggage of the past, especially in the business I am, of focusing and getting that in place. I'm still working on my relationship to get that better. There's certain things that I'm working on that I want to be just awesome. I'm not looking for perfection. I'm looking for improvement. And I think that's what's so critical about our plan that we're working is that we step back once in a while and we look at where am I at? And the really awesome thing about what we're doing is it can change. Like you can shift at any moment. But we have to ground ourselves in the knowledge that we are getting there. It may not feel like it. We may feel scattered. We may feel like we're doing a million things. We may feel like we didn't do the work that we needed to do. We may feel that we didn't stick with it this year. All of that is life. All of that is a process. In order for us to get where we want to go, we have to continue to work on ourselves and continue to work to get alignment. Because what is alignment? Alignment is when you get your mission and your values and your goals all working together. And metaphysical alignment is when the energy just works. The resources come your way. Nicole's listened to us from the beginning. It's amazing the contribution she's made to my life in the last month or two, working with Karen and Roxanne to bring this idea of strategy to me, right? That's metaphysical alignment. Things start to come into your life that aid you in the process that you're doing because you're finally getting that alignment in place. I've been working on some investment strategies because I like to talk about them on YouTube. We're talking about this Shiba Inu coin, which is a community-based coin, which I love that it's community. There's not a lot of value behind it, but I did a YouTube video 4 days or 5 days ago, and literally the coin went up 70%. So it was great to see some of the things I'm learning and doing and researching are actually working and helping other people. That's metaphysical alignment. And so putting all that together and embracing myself at a deeper level and embracing a mission that is a little more, I don't want to say selfish, but a little bit more focused on me helps me help more people instead of always focusing on others. But that's my journey. And so your journey of alignment is getting organized and getting structured and understanding the plan you're on. And that's why we work it and get it done now, is to give you the ability to step back, take a break, and look. And remember, if you go up and look at the compass, we are now going into really the big year for this. 2022 was the plan. We worked it this year, and now the structure is really solid. And so you just got to plug in. You just got to come here and listen and then execute on things. Give yourself a little bit of break. Watch your expectations and continue to focus on getting that mission as clear as possible. So flipping my word from organization to really understanding that transforming idea of using ideas and thoughts to think differently, to really get ourselves in a great place where we can get rid of fear. We can be a little bit more optimistic, and we can start to understand that we can really work on ourselves to get clear and transform our life, to really get that vision and that mission in place so that we can move forward through a spirited, energetic way to do it, discover where we're at, have some adventure, and really be courageous in our pursuit of our magical dream life that we're after. All right. So let's focus on that today. I love you. It's there for you. We just got to keep working day by day. And guess what? You know, I'm going to be here with you. So do it to it. I love you. Get out there. Have a great one. And we'll get back to the book. We're going to end it tomorrow. And then we're just going to keep rocking this week. It's going to be a great one. Okay. I love you. Go have a fantastic day.